What if the most dangerous temptations in life don't come from monsters lurking in the dark, but from the people we trust the most? Netflix's SIRENS takes that idea and runs with it, blending Greek mythology, family trauma, and cutthroat ambition into one wild, binge-worthy ride. And by the end, you'll be asking yourself, who's the real monster here? Let's break down the ending, the deeper meaning, and the big questions everyone's debating. Alright, picture this: Devon DeWitt, a recovering alcoholic who's swapped booze for sex, heads to the mysterious island of Port Haven. Her mission? Find her estranged sister, Simone. Now, if you think these two have a rocky relationship, you're absolutely right. Devon wants Simone to come back to Buffalo to help care for their father, who's battling dementia. But for Simone, Buffalo is basically hell on earth, especially now that she's finally made it big. How big, you ask? Simone's landed a dream job as right-hand to Michaela Cal, the ultra-glam wife of hedge fund king Peter Cal. Michaela is the queen bee of the East Coast elite, throwing extravagant parties and expecting Simone to make her every whim a reality. Simone's worked her way up from nothing, through Yale, and now she's on the verge of a massive promotion, luxury apartment, triple the salary, the works. No way is she letting family drama drag her back. But here's where things get juicy. Simone doesn't realize she's being lured in by a real-life siren. Remember your Greek mythology? Sirens were part woman, part bird temptresses who lured sailors to their doom with irresistible songs. Michaela is the modern siren, obsessed with falcons, running a bird rescue, and living in a house that literally looks like a lighthouse perched on a cliff. The bird imagery is everywhere, from her decor to her scepter. Michaela takes Simone under her wing, inviting her into a fantasy world where anything seems possible. But as we all know, when something seems too good to be true, it usually is. And the siren symbolism doesn't stop there. The show's title is Sirens, plural, for a reason. Sirens is also the emergency code word Devon and Simone use when they need each other's help. We even hear police sirens in the background of flashbacks to their mother's tragic suicide. The theme is everywhere: temptation, danger, and the ever-present threat of self-destruction. Now, let's talk about the ending, because it flips everything upside down. Michaela, the original siren, gets dethroned by Simone, the very woman she mentored and brought into her world. After Simone is caught sharing an unwanted kiss with Peter, Michaela fires her, stripping away her dream life and forcing her back toward the trauma she's spent her whole life running from. But here's the twist: Peter, facing divorce and the threat of a scandalous photo, destroys the evidence and chooses Simone over Michaela. Suddenly, Simone is the new siren, stepping into Michaela's shoes and leaving chaos in her wake. But is Simone really the villain here? Or is she just the latest victim of Port Haven's endless cycle of temptation and betrayal? The show draws some pretty chilling parallels between Simone and Michaela. Both went to Yale, both lost their mothers young, both are drawn to power and luxury. Their relationship is intimate, sometimes uncomfortably so. They share beds, secrets, and even, at times, the same man. Michaela even says, "You're irreplaceable and I don't want to imagine a world without you in it with me." But when Simone becomes a threat, she's tossed aside. And then there's the big question: did Simone actually push Ethan, her almost fiancé, off that cliff? The show keeps it ambiguous. Ethan wakes up in the hospital convinced Simone tried to kill him, even calling her a monster and telling her to show them your wings. The scene is shot so you never really know what happened. Was it an accident, or did Simone finally become the monster everyone fears? And with Peter's security system, Zeus, watching everything, maybe he had a hand in it too. But here's what makes Sirens really interesting: while Simone might be the main character, it's Devon who's the true protagonist. She arrives on the island broken, chasing one addiction after another, unable to let go of her sister. But by the end, she's the one who grows, turning down temptation, letting Simone go, and finally hearing her father say, "You're a good girl, I'll remember you." Meanwhile, Simone becomes cold and unapologetic, insisting, "It's not my fault he came for me." She's convinced she's done nothing wrong, discarding people as soon as they stop serving her needs. The final shot? Simone standing on the cliffs, bathed in golden light, the siren's call echoing as she prepares to lure her next victim. The cycle continues. Is the real monster Simone, Michaela, Peter, or is it something deeper, our own hunger for more, no matter the cost? So what do you think? Did Simone really push Ethan? Is she a villain, a victim, or a little bit of both? And who, in the end, is the true siren of Port Haven? Drop your theories in the comments, I want to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Netflix's Sirens, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more deep dives and wild theories.